of the work, absent the thing behind the screen. It's the first time that I've agreed to do something where I didn't pick what I was working with, or even whom I was working with. But I said, well, let's see what the public has to say, and let's see where it goes from there. It was very interesting because in the exhibit in the Ripley Center, all the people were people who I had access to, who I asked to create their lists, who, what I would say to them is, if you could do your self-portrait, but you couldn't photograph yourself, no member of your family and friends, and no pets, what would be the list that metaphorically represents you? And they would, and I would ask them for somewhere between 5 and 10 things, no more than 10, no fewer than 5. And we would sometimes they would just give it to me. Sometimes we would sit and discuss it and go over it. Sometimes there were a couple of changes that they had. But basically, the process was somewhere between portraiture and self-portraiture, because I was letting them define themselves, and then I was interpreting that artistically, if you will, into one, what I call translucent composite. This was different. I'd never met Celia Cruz when she was alive. I didn't frankly know very much about her. So I started from almost scratch. And the curator walked me through the objects, and I listened to her music, and I read about it, and so on. I spoke to people, and try to put this together, and I hope it does justice to the subject and to the project. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Now I'd like to invite Omer Pardillo.